Hey, what's going on, guys? IO Studios here for another Cinema 4D tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create a cool frost material, and I'm going to try to make it as realistic as possible. So, yeah, let's get started. First, we're going to make a new material. We're going to open it up. Well, we're going to drop it onto our sphere. We're going to open it up, and we'll call it frost. Okay, what we're going to do is, in our color channel, we are going to go ahead and load in a texture. And I'm going to be loading in just a image of frost image from Google Images, and let me find it here. You guys can just, oh, it's right at the top there. I'll leave a download link in the description, or I'll leave an imager link, whatever. I'm not sure if it's copyrighted or not, so be careful of that. But anyway, so we're gonna load that in there, and we're gonna be needing this multiple times. So we're gonna just copy shader. Okay. In our transparency, we're gonna enable it, and we're gonna set our brightness to about 80. Our refraction preset to about 1.5, and we're going to go to our texture here, and we're going to go ahead and paste shader, put that in there. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to have to actually here set this to a filter. Going to open it up, and the enable clipping, and we're going to set that to 100, the low clip to 100, the high clip to 0. The contrast, we're going to set that to about 20. The saturation, we're going to desaturate it all the way to negative 100. There we go. So that's that. For the reflections, we're going to go to our default specular. We're going to increase the fall off to about 20%. Going to increase the specular strength to about we'll say 80. Well, we'll say 75. 75 is probably good enough. Maybe that's too much, actually. We'll do like 60. And yeah, just like that. I think that's good. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. We might tweak that later on. But the next thing we're going to do, we're going to actually go to our texture here, and we're going to give this a paste shader. Going to color it with the our actual material, and I think we're gonna go ahead and actually we're not gonna change this one at all for now. Anyway, we're gonna leave it like that. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our bump, enable that, texture, paste shader, and we're gonna do a bit of go back here, and we're gonna go ahead and do another filter. We're gonna change it a bit. So yeah, desaturate it. I'm gonna change the contrast about 15%. We'll do like 25% actually, and should we enable clipping? No, we'll not enable clipping. We'll just keep it like this. We don't need to switch anything around. And I think we'll just keep it like that. That should be pretty good. Now we're going to go ahead and give this a test render. We may need to tweak stuff later, but let's see here. How does that look? It's okay. You know what we'll do? We'll go to our compositing, and we'll actually enable scene by camera. There we go. Let's see, how does this look? That looks pretty good. I think what we'll do is we'll tweak the bump a bit. We're going to set the strength to maybe, I don't know, 8%. We don't want that much bump. And in the actual reflectance here, we're going to set the brightness down maybe, I don't know, 80%. And in the transparency, we're going to set the mix strength to about 75. I'll set it to about 70%. Should we make it additive? No, we're not going to make it additive. Let's see here. How does this look? Looks better, looks better. Let's see, maybe get a different angle here. How does this look? And it will vary a lot depending on what frost texture you use. Let's see, maybe if I tile it a bit. I don't think this texture is tileable actually, so maybe we shouldn't do that. But yeah, it'll depend on what frost texture you use. This frost texture isn't like super high resolution, so that's why it looks slightly blurry, but still, it's got some nice refraction and reflections. And I think actually what we'll do is we will blur it. We'll blur it a bit, like 5% maybe. Give it a 5% blur. Yeah, just like that. And we're going to go back to our specular. Set the width to maybe 35%. I'm just kind of playing around right now to get something that looks good. Specular strength. Turn that up to maybe 75%. Make it a bit more of a sharp reflection. Let's see, how does this look? And obviously, as you turn up your render settings, because this is very low render settings, just so we can get a quick preview. But as you turn up your render settings, you'll get better quality. So yeah, I think this looks pretty good. And actually, if you want to take it to the next step, something you can do is you can go to your bump. We're gonna copy the shader here, and we're going to go to our displacement. Gonna paste shader, and we're going to give it some displacement. So strength. I'm going to turn that down a bit because I really don't want a lot of strength. We're going to do like 10% maybe. Subpolygon displacement level, I'll say 5 subdivision levels. Now this is probably going to take a second or two to render, so we'll just let this sit here. Oh, actually not taking that long to render. Let's see here, but that'll add actually a bit of bump to it, I think. Anyway, that's that. It's a pretty good, nice material. So, yeah, you just play with all these values. You know, where's that? Maybe like, I don't know. We'll turn this up a bit more to get a more dramatic effect in the render. But yeah, just play with this as much as you want to, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video, and leave a like, subscribe to my channel to support me, and I will see you guys later. Bye!